TV dia. Lohe berubah. Yeah. Guminho ya.
I thought I found myself a proper meal this time. Why am I fated to have a life of such misfortune?
A meal? Joke's on you. Left my liver at home today. Plus my bones are getting creaky and my muscles are likely real chewy. Why are you focusing on me?
Oh itu ya visualnya ya, aku baru lihat anjir, tadi nggak kelihatan soalnya.
You know what kind of people I hate most? The kind that keep their bellies full on their cushy little government seats.
What are you talking about? I told you, I'm just a regular guy from Hanji County. True, my calling was to be in government, but no luck there.
Bentar, Guminho berkata, dia tidak suka dengan orang yang digaji oleh negara. Apa yang terjadi? Sebenarnya saya sudah sedikit terspoiler gara-gara Changwi ya.
Whatever the case, it doesn't matter anymore. One thing's for certain. Neither of you are leaving this place alive.
Oke, kita tidak biarkan pergi ternyata. Dan kita gelut. Buset, ekor gede bener dah. Anjir. AOE dia. Oke, dulu. Kita dapat C. Nah, di mana kita? Aduh. Waduh, ngebug tuhnya. Selalu udah begitu aja ngebug. Rubah 900 tahun. Ini ketuanya yang tadi kita temuin, si Gunho. Cerita kita ngebug, lihat. Tiba-tiba dia ke atas anjir.
Since I've shown you mercy, you must repay me in kind.
Excuse me? Please,
Oke. Waduh. Kita udah bertarung dengan Guminho. Aduh. Aku di mana, Bang? Itu kok Guminho-nya begitu, Bang? Dan kita dapat Guminho C. Ya, udahlah ya. Ya udahlah ya. Oke, kita ngomong ke dia berarti.
I'm Gunho, leader of Hongnim. Though in your eyes, I'm probably a bandit. So, call me whatever you like. I followed you here after seeing you break through Mihun's barrier, in the hopes that you may be able to help us.
You keep calling her Mihun. Is that this Guminho's, this fox, this young lady? No, your name is beautiful, just as beautiful as you. But how do you two know each other? Over in Talbot, they say a group of bandits took over the holy grounds of Yo Cave. And the chief there said that all the many-tailed foxes were killed. Then what is this fox, Miss Mihun, doing here?
Lu ngomong apa sih, Dilsul? Aneh-aneh baik lu.
Just because a fox has a few tails doesn't mean they're hostile to people.
Oke, ya kita akan mengenal namanya Gunho.
There's a saying that the higher-ups of Donghae had probably never heard of. Those who are incredibly poor and have been left for dead. Those who see no means of escape other than over a cliff. Seek out Yowu Pass before you let go of this painful life.
Okay.
The Hongnim of the past was a group of such people. People who were reborn by the grace of the Fox Goddess.
Oh, sepertinya mereka dibantu sama si Guminho ini ya. Guminyon.
Mihun might seem a bit immature at first glance, but she's actually inherited the will of the fox goddess.
Oh,
What does that mean for those
pewaris.
with blue boils? They believe it's deadly.
Soon, a great plague will ravage Tybar. Think of those blue boils as a mark of salvation.
Oh,
I'm guessing that the scale of this plague will at least rival that of the last one. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Plague? What do you mean it'll be just as devastating as the
yang
last? How
bentar.
could you be so sure?
The fox goddess told me. It'll come to us from across the sea. The rich will have the means to survive, but the less fortunate will be left for dead.
Kayak yang sedang dialami si Doswell ini deh kayaknya. Jadi mungkin justru malah bisul biru itu jadi pertanda ya bahwa itu kayak mereka dilindungi lah kasarnya, mungkin begitulah ya.
Mihyun led such people here under the ruse of blue boils, and they're faring quite well in the fox goddess's Bomne county.
Ada orang-orang yang menunggu keluarganya yang telah pergi dari desa.
There's not much I can do about the rest. I'd love to save as many as I can, but what can I do without my fox orb?
Oh, rubahnya nggak ada gitu.
The plague is going to take half of Tybar with it, and I see it as a fair fate for daring to take what's mine.
Okay.
Mihyun didn't lose it. She lent it to someone and never got it back.
Words won't do. Come down to the village with me. See for yourself. I
Okay.
haven't shown my true form in a while, so now you owe me. How about a snack, Toswe?
Iya. Tiba-tiba minta traktirnya.
And its future after we return. Mihyun's not one to be deterred until she gets what she wants.
Oke.
Wait for me outside, or you could head down first.
Oke, bye-bye. Gemuk menggemaskan. Titelnya boleh. Tanda tanya. Misi, tanda tanya, misi. Patung rubah keramat. Oh, node anjay. Oke, tanda tanya. Ke siapa? Ke kamu? Bukan. Ke kamu? Bukan juga. Kalau itu di mana? Tanda tanya. Para pencari tanda tanya. Oke, nggak tahu. Kita kuas saja dulu. Gas.
Traveler, be honest with me. Is my head on backward? There are so many things odd about this situation. I can't tell where the fox's illusions end. I don't know why that bandit captain saved us from getting devoured. But my gut is telling me that they're just saving us for dessert.
Waduh,
Did you
gitu
see the
amat
fox's
anjir.
eyes staring up at the crescent moon? I could almost hear her thinking, let's wait until the moon is full.
Seberapa lama harus menunggu bulan purnama anjir?
What if they're in cahoots with the village? And with all this talk about the Honglim's future, past, I'm losing myself in time. The
Suruhan.
plague god won't just come and go at someone's command. I have no idea what they're planning to do in Dalbo, but we need to be on our guard.
Yap, harus waspada. Astaga, dia lagi.
And with some new friends. Hey, Dulce. The boss said you two are going to meet Dushik down in Dalbal.
Dushik?
Is that right?
Hello, I'm Dulce of Hanji County. We are heading to Dalbo, but I don't know about the rest.
Ah. Well, Dushik's getting hitched soon. How about you get him something real good to congratulate him?
Hah? Siapa nikah?
And why would we do that? Is he gonna... Know what?
Kamu buat apa? Dapat dibeli di toko Jamsun. Jika menggunakan wallpan, oke. Oke, cutscene tiada. Kayak kita diteleport deh. Yap, sepertinya begitu. Oke. Kita di Dalbeol. Oke, kita akan ke ada dua. Ke situ sama ke sono. Kita ke jauh dulu kali ya. Bentar, dagang buku. Oh iya, betul, sini dulu.
This is getting on my nerves.
Traveler, what took you so long? Sandal told me to come here, but now this guy's grilling me on my reasons for being here.
I don't want anything to do with you if you were sent by bandits. The government has been keeping its eyes peeled for those brutes.
Yang tadi ya, yang ketemu tadi sama guru tadi ya.
You dare speak their name in front of the chief's
Oke, kita
apothecary?
diminta untuk menyerahkan botol minuman ya. Beli satu ya.
My, you must have been... Oh
Botol lampu merah apa yang mana? Iya. Balil apa batu merah? Oh ya benar. Betul betul.
You dare speak the...
What we promised. And these people are Honglim's magpie heralds.
Ih,
Who? Who, me? Or the traveler? Wait, us? Honglim's magpies.
bawaan Honglim.
Sooner. I was on the verge of handing them over to the officials. Here, the item I promised. You mustn't lose it.
Apa weh? Kita dikasih apa?
We'll be on our way now. Remember I was craving something sweet?
Oke.
Next customer. Wow, look who's here. If it isn't the revered Sungs...
With the curfew in place, I was lucky to make it in time. It wasn't easy.
Ini yang tadi
I was able to
juga dia.
finish the last piece of the map.
Does that mean all there's left for me to do is write about your journeys? Huh, where should I start? Hemo Island? Byokye Island?
Oh, menarik. Kacin, taps.
Well, neither. I think I'd like my story to start at Pomne County.
Pomse?
The centipede market, said to be everywhere and nowhere. Have you found anything out about it?
Pardon, but starting your story with Pomne County, is it because of the tragedy that left it in ruins?
Oh,
Not quite. You may not be familiar with it, but there was once a time when blue mist flowers would bloom there during a full moon.
oke. Kayaknya Guminho tahu sesuatu. Kartografer Sungsan.
Oh, I don't believe. What is your name, fair?
Apa pada diem semua?
You may call me Mihyun.
Oh, minor.
This is the revered Sungsan. We met him earlier at the beacon tower and... What?
I'm a map maker. Call me Sungsan. Is there something I
Dasal,
should
dasal.
know about Pomne?
If you can tell me about the centipede market.
Huh. Well,
Oke. Pertukaran informasi.
what do you...
Just wait for me.
Oke. Anggun ya. Si Guminho ini anggun sekali ya. Dan kita hilang. Nah, PP. Emang. Tanya kepada Guminho. Guminho yang mana itu ya? Yang belum render ya? Belum render
My
ya.
goodness. I had no idea it was you, Miss Mihyun. You should have told us earlier if you were coming in disguise.
Katanya kampung halaman guru Sungshan dari desa
That
Matahari.
doesn't mean everyone knows what I look like.
Oh,
Even most
nyamar.
of those in Yo Pass don't know who I am. That makes you quite special, wouldn't you agree? So give me something sweet. I'm practically starving to death.
Alah, minta manisan.
I don't know if you'll like it, though. Anyway, what's that book Tushi gave you?
Oke.
The activity logs of the chief of Taibar, and the records from when the plague swept through the village.
Oh, mereka pencatatannya itu soal wabah itu. Oke.
Oh? Do you have some kind of feelings for him? Oh, Miss Mihyun, stalking a man ain't the way to his heart.
Kayak gitu weh.
Mind your place or your liver's mine. Even if I were to pickle the chief alive, I wouldn't be satisfied. Remember how I said I lost my fox orb? I didn't
Oh
lose
iya,
it.
Fox Orb ya bener.
It was stolen
Ah,
by him. The chief.
oh. Oke, ternyata dicuri oleh kepala desanya ya. Oh, berarti cerita si cowok tadi itu kayak tidak tepat ya, karena kita mengetahuinya sendiri dari si Guminho itu sendiri ya. Ternyata dicuri oleh pelakunya ya, adalah kepala desa ternyata.
He told me he'd give it back after eradicating the plague. He was a friend when I gave it to him. A friend! I thought he was a friend.
Ah, oke. Aku dengar katanya ayah dari kepala desa adalah pemburu rubah.
Son of a... That means the chief isn't a gifted healer after all. He just used the fox orb to weasel his way into that seat. Does that mean that he's refusing to cure the blue boils because he knows they're your marks?
No, those blue boils are fortuitous. There's no real disease to cure. And he thinks I'm dead. So how would he guess it was my doing?
Nah kan bener kan? Ya, tanda tadi itu bukan kutukan, tapi kayak proteksi sebenarnya.
Then what are you looking for in this book? All you need to do is steal the fox orb back from him, right?
The fox orb isn't here.
Oh,
The chief's father, the fox hunter, took it from him during the plague. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. He probably took it out of Donghae to the centipede market. Though, it's only a market in name. The place is crawling with fox hunters.
oke. Jadi ternyata rubahnya kristal atau orbnya itu masih dibawa sama ayahnya.
I can't believe
Ayahnya si
Should I go knock some
kepala
sense into
desa.
that quack? I remember the charms plastered around the apothecary. To think they were to ward you off.
Deh, jangan aneh-aneh.
Calls himself a chief and sits around in his apothecary all day? And did he cut ties with his father? I haven't seen anyone suspicious come by either. This won't do. I'm growing tired. Perhaps I was lingering too close to his apothecary.
Oke.
I'll return to Yawu Pass and continue reading.
Oke.
Smart thinking. You don't look too good. Maybe I could gather some fresh livers for you.
Oh. Why go through all the trouble? There's 2 fresh livers right in front of me.
Yep.
Oh,
No, it's so scary.
I've really given my liver a beating. I taste disgusting. Repulsive. I'd make you nauseous for sure.
I'm joking. Then yes, please grab some liver for me.
Oke. Oke.
Ah, and Purse? You and Sing-san have met before, right? Can you go grab some seats for us?
Oke. Wah, astaga, dan gua spon. Oke, kita kan diminta tuh mengalahkan laki-laki astaga ya, laki-laki astaga karena jauh banget nyata. Pantas dikasih lari sama kuda ya. Oke, berarti sampai berjumpa ketika lapor quest aja kali ya. Ini buset, jauh bener ya. Let's go. Tambah ini bawa kuda dah.
I already told you I mistook you for a government official.
Oke, sudah ya.
Perhaps my senses have dulled without my fox orb. So sorry.
Kenapa kalian sedang bertengkar? Woi,
Fox. Do you know how many times I wake up in the middle of the night because I dream that I'm dying from it? I could only dream of finding a cushy government position. And never once did Miss Mihyun apologize.
Apologize? For showing you my true form in all its glory? I'd call that a blessing.
ngapain sih 2 biji ini? Gelut tiba-tiba.
Let him be, Mihyun. He's going to flip a table. All right. I guess it's time for me to tell you about the current state of Hongnim.
Oke, kita akan diceritakan masalah Honglim ya. Atau yang bisa dikenal orang-orang lebih mengenalnya si bandit itu ya.
Right now, we have no way to tell who still represents the Hongnim we once knew, back when the plague was ravaging Dalbo. Our now chief borrowed the fox orb from Mihyun.
Yeah.
After he successfully exterminated the plague, a group of fox hunters came to Yowu Pass.
Aduh,
We
aduh,
had
aduh.
no choice but to arm ourselves to stand against them. We stood no chance against their numbers, however. We were only able to save Hannim Village. Bomne County and Dalin Village were both brought to ruin.
Oh, ada 2 desa yang sudah jadi reruntuhan ya.
They were fox hunters from the centipede market. That lot is merciless to anyone that is not human. Long story short, I was stabbed in the back by someone I trusted. I would
Ah,
have guessed that the chief's father was a fox hunter. He even...
But even without the fox orb, you seem powerful enough to snap my neck in a split second. Wouldn't a couple of fox hunters be a breeze?
The Hyungyum allied with those hunters. Even Mihyun couldn't stand against the thousands of soldiers on her own. We have never done anyone harm, but we took our arms to honor the kindness that the fox goddess bestowed upon us. That's why Mihyun despises those who hold seats in the government. And as one event led to another, the name Hongnim became synonymous with bandits.
If Miss Mihyun is alive, and she's no longer in possession of the fox orb, what do those hunters and the Hyungam gain from all this?
Oke, jadi kenapa si Hongslim ini ya, maksudnya kelompok ini ada di sini? Ternyata mereka itu balas budi karena mereka sudah ditolong oleh si Guminhyun ini ya, Guminhyun ini ya. Jadi mereka hanya angkat kasarnya angkat senjata ketika atau angkat senjata hanya untuk balas budi saja. Selebihnya mereka nggak akan mau melakukan apa-apa gitu ya. Kayak gitu. Kok diem?
Huh? What? Why isn't anyone saying anything?
Betul?
Did I say something wrong?
Remember what I said about the masked enemies among us?
Ah, betul. Musuh yang
Those
bersembunyi.
government dogs joined forces with the fox hunters, and they now live among us, hiding behind their animal masks. That's how Home slowly grew in size. And recently, they've even begun raiding the goods of traveling merchants.
Slowly but surely, huh? And I thought I was good at getting into people's heads.
Yap,
I
betul.
would have sussed them out in seconds if I had my fox orb. Hey, don't trust anyone here besides Sandal and the boss. My senses tell me that Honglim base is a nest full of cuckoos. The old Honglim is dead, and evil forces are now waiting to take over at the smallest sign of frailty.
Alas, that is Honglim's present. A base entrenched in chaos. That's why I have no other option than to ask for your help.
Oke, apakah kita akan membantu?
Bring the base to its knees.
Oke.
Gather as much information on our enemy as you can.
Oke, kita akan ngapain? Jauh banget. Oke, kayak kita diminta untuk mengalahkan bandit ya. Bandit, ya betul. Oke, jadi kita akan ke sana. Oke, ya bentar harus turun dari kendaraannya tah. Hup. Let's go. Oh. Oke, selesai. Kemana? Oh, ke sana. Dah keluar lagi. Nyangkut. Ah,
Let's
sama
see what we
Guminho.
got here. It's about the suppliers of the masks those bandits were wearing.
Really? Where are they? Kono and I will go teach them a lesson.
Buset. Sabar, Mbak, sabar ya.
Is she gone? Jeez, one moment she's here and poof, she's over there. My poor heart can only take so many jump scares.
Prasasti yang mencurigakan.
So anyway, can I ask you to take a look at something strange I found, traveler? If you go down this road, you'll find this weird glowing rock. It had this strange writing engraved on it and made this ominous humming sound.
Hah, di mana? Ini, oh ini. Waduh. Oke, batu nisan apa ini? Kalahkan, tiba-tiba kalahkan semua musuh nih, gimana cerita? Ngeblok dia. Oke, sudah. Apa itu anjay?
Is it all over? Were you hurt? I didn't see any bandits around that rock at first.
Gak
Don't you think
terkejut
it's
saya.
strange? Why would the bandits throw their lives away over that thing?
Tulisannya tulis di
This whole thing
prasasti.
smells fishy to me. We need to get to the bottom of this. But where to start? Oh, I know. Let's go ask the revered Sungsan. As an educated Yangban who traveled the lands, he must know something.
Oke, kita akan ke Sungshan dan kita tertipi. Kayak biasa ya, tiba-tiba di TP aja udah. Kadang kudanya nggak ngikut pula. Gimana nih? nggak bisa. Ah, wih, nggak bisa bang, bang. Ah,
Sungsat. You were the ones with that lady back at Talbar Market. Mihyun, was it? So, what brings you here before me?
prasasti.
She went to teach some folks a lesson. You know, with the powers of the Gumi. I mean, that's beside the point right now. We saw this strange rock and wanted.
This is... I guess there's no reason to hide anything. I remember seeing this when I was infiltrating the centipede market.
Oh, yang diminta atau dibicarakan Guminho tadi ya?
The infamous centipede market. The den of those who seek to eradicate all non-humans.
Waduh, serem amat nih.
Then do you think Miss Mihyun was right? That the fox hunters are hiding in Honglim base?
No, the fox hunters don't leave such marks. This is the mark of a Gumiho, a fox with 9
Ah,
tails.
ya ini kontradiktif dengan si bandit tadi ya.
Were the engravings wavering, as if alive? Then I'm afraid they were under the hypnotic spell of the fox.
Hah?
The spell gnaws, bit by bit, on the souls of the living, slowly absorbing every soul within its reach, much like how tree roots spread throughout every bit of the soil.
Apa sih?
If this was found within Hongnim, it means those bandits are living sacrifices for the fox.
Tiba-tiba dijadiin tumbal.
I thought the bandits were hunting down foxes, but you're saying it's the other way around? What are they being sacrificed for?
Kok aneh aja
These
banditnya?
engravings are merely a small part of the puzzle. But from what I can gather, they seem to be about curses and plagues.
Oke, ini ada hubungannya dengan kutukan dan sebuah wabah ya. Oke, mantra buruk.
Plague? But Mihyun told us the plague is coming from across the ocean. Traveler, do you think that fox is double-crossing us? Sacrificing those bandits to bring about a plague?
Judging by the engravings, the ritual can only be completed with 8 more of these fragments. They must be destroyed at all costs.
Oh boy. I'll go break the
Astaga, apa
one we
ini?
saw together. I saw 3 more earlier, so you go handle the rest.
Ya, ada teka-teki ya.
Mihyun? Mihyun?
Oke, kita kayak diminta untuk... Oh, belum ada ternyata, tak kira. Oke, kita diminta untuk menyelidiki dulu. Dan tadi itu hadiahnya kayak ada sebuah gambar yang harus dibentuk kayak ya. Kelihatannya. Jadi kita sana dulu. Itu di mana aja? Astaga, jauh banget. Oke, kita sudah di tempat yang pertama. Nah, ini prasastinya. Oke, kayak seperti biasa kita akan mengalahkan musuh ya. Nah. Mana sih yang mana-mana aja? Gak kelihatan aja. Oh, sini semua lu. Masuk pohon anjay. Oke, satu selesai. Oh, udah gitu doang. Oke, sisanya itu di sini. Mana? Oh. Oke, selesai. Terus ke pinggir pantainya. Dolsby. Keren juga di sini ya.
Revered Sung-san, you were right. There were none of those steals in Honglim. I made a quick sketch of the steals the Traveler and I knocked down. Would you mind taking a look?
Oke.
If we correctly arrange these 9 pieces of writing, we may be able to find the root of the curse and its true perpetrator.
Oke.
Well, what are we waiting for? Puzzles ain't my forte, so get to work, Traveler.
Kita yang diminta ya. Oke, karena ini 9 berarti 3 kali 3 ya. Nah, saya bentuk 3 kali 3 dulu ya. Supaya mudah, nanti tinggal Oke, sepertinya saya sudah melihat sesuatu. Oke, jadi seperti itu ya bentuknya ya. Tinggal kita plus saja dan jadi tulisan prasasti mantra Guminho. Terus? Nah, udah. Oh, ngobrol dari.
Oh, it can't be.
It can be.
What? Come on, spill it already. We Mornlanders work at lights.
Kita suka
Fears of
cepat-cepat.
the worst fears have been confirmed. This is a spell that calls upon the plague god. It
Waduh.
sacrifices living souls to spread a deadly plague. That fiendish Guminho is taking advantage of Hongnim.
Oh, no. Mi-hyun tricked us all. She told us the plague is coming from across the ocean, but she was behind it all along.
Many lives will be lost if the ritual isn't halted immediately. Fortunately, I have deduced where the ritual is taking place.
Oke.
Where is it? Get to the point. We gotta stop it before Mi-hyun comes back.
Oke, kita kemana?
Bomnet County. We must get there as quickly as possible.
Oke, kita akan pergi ke Kecamatan Bomnai. Di mana tuh? Kayak jauh ya. Oke. Sampai jumpa di mana? Di sini nyata.